Well, anyways, I got one of these Bolt Sports targets, hockey targets. I made some myself before, but I decided to buy my son some of these since they're off the shelf, and he's been destroying these things, cracking the back shells and knocking them apart. And this is the latest one, so I figured it's not working anymore. I don't know whether the battery died or what failed, but I figured I'd take it apart and let everyone see what's inside. So I'm sure it's not too difficult to build these things. Like I said, I've built something like this before on my own, long before these Bolt Sports things came out, but it seemed like a good deal, but they do break very easily. My son's 13 years old and he's broke all of them now. I gotta manufacture some of my own parts to put them back on the targets. Anyways, yeah, let's see what's inside this bad boy. It's 4 bolts. This is glued together now. It's just like a little seal there. That popped off. Alright, let's take a look. Oh, yeah, that's what happened. The battery terminal broke. Jeez, okay. You can see that, yeah, the battery terminal is broken off. That's why it's not working. Let's take a look and see what else we got in here. I don't know what this thing is. Looks like a temperature sensor if I had to guess, but I'll take a look at it after. I don't know if you can zoom in and see what some of these parts are, but obviously that's what is that there? I thought for sure that was going to be an ESP32 chip, but not sure what that is. N51 828. Well, that's controller. There's a little antenna over here. The main controller looks like some kind of reset button, or I don't know if that's a start button or what it is, but USB connector. Let's see if we can get it in this thing here. I'm not getting the right lighting. Anyways, I'll take a look a little bit better. Yeah, I'll write down what some of these parts are. Let's see, pop this up here, see what's on the back side. It's just a little buzzer by the looks of it. And we've got the LEDs. I believe they're WS2812s, 12Bs or something like that. That's not too interesting. I don't know why they have resistors all around them like that, but maybe they're just regular RGB lights rather than addressable. Yeah, it's probably what it is. Otherwise, I don't think they need those resistors on there. Yeah, so not much interesting here. I'm guessing one of these devices must be an accelerometer, and another one an LED driver, maybe. Actually, no. These are the drivers. There's a bunch of transistors along here. I don't know how many LEDs are on the back here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on each one. Anyways, I gotta believe that those are the the drivers. Oh yeah, I see signals that are LED 1, 2, 3, and then I see RGB. So battery terminal. I can't quite get zoomed in on that. If I turn the flashlight on here, light it up. Oh yeah, that's better. Just kind of move my light around here. Maybe I can see this one too. Oh, there we go. It's visible anyway, so I can't read it right now, but I'm curious what that processor is. M51. I'm trying to remember the name of this thing. Anyways, I'll leave something in the comments. That's the circuit for the Bolt Sports Snipes targets. Yeah, nothing special. Like I say, I got my battery terminal soldered back on. Figure out where it goes. Looks like, yeah, there's that plus terminal right there. So, all right, guys, I'm out of here. Oh, good news is I soldered that B plus terminal back on here. I'm gonna have to add some kind of strain relief. Looks like from the impact of the shots, probably that battery terminal got just busted off. Yeah, it's blinking away. Looks normal. But for sure, I'm gonna look up all these parts. I'll put a parts list out there, and I'll put a link into where I showed how you can make your own target of these. I gotta believe one of these little devices here is an accelerometer like I used in my original design. But yeah, I'll put it up there, give a pretty good idea of what this thing is and how you can make your own if you want, save yourself a few bucks. So I was taking another look at this component here, trying to figure out what it was. It shows a resistance of like 7.6 kilo ohms on it, but it is extremely sensitive to temperature. So if I blow hot air on it, you can see I brought the resistance down. It got down to like 7 or 6 point something, and now it's climbing back up. If I blow from far away cool air, it starts climbing up again. So yeah, some kind of temperature measuring device, thermistor or something. I don't know why they need it. So yeah, I did a little more searching around here. This is actually a Nordic device, a Bluetooth ARM M0 microcontroller, and I kind of thought that one of these devices, like this one right here, was going to be an accelerometer, but it's not the case. It's actually it's an LM358 Op-amp, and what they've done is that this thing on the back here, it looked like a buzzer. It can be a buzzer, but they're using it as an accelerometer. In this case, it's a piezo type device, and it's fed into this this LM358. They got some diodes here, and this one transistor here feeds up into an interrupt over here. And then this other transistor is another interrupt here. So that's how they're detecting an impact. These other chips in these areas, one's a battery charger and the other one is a battery, there's some battery protection devices in here, that type of thing. And these transistors over here, I believe, just because of the way they're situated, it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. We've got RGB, so I think there's one transistor that fires each color on each one of these. Sorry, I guess you can't see what I'm pointing at here. On the back here, these are RGB LEDs. These white things along here. I can get my, these guys. So it's RGB, and that would make sense with the count here. RGB, and then 2 strings. There's a string here and a string there, and they can operate them independently. So that's why they're set up in 2 strings like that. I can't remember what they. I know they flash from side to side. So yeah, that's it. They've got this thing. When I originally made the device that I made for my son, I used an accelerometer, so I kind of figured that they would use a design like that, but yeah, maybe they figured it wasn't durable enough, and from what I've found, it has been durable enough. So yeah, there you have it. So yeah, this is the back of the target. This is the front. This is made of like a high density EVA foam that they've just had painting done on it, so nothing special with that. The defect in their design really is this plexiglass that they used. It's not meant for pucks. It's too brittle, so when you take a hard shot, it breaks. And my son keeps breaking these the backs off the case, which the controller ends up popping out after. So yeah, pretty bad design actually, just because the brittleness of this plexiglass. It should have been made with high density polyethylene, just like the puck board in the hockey rinks. So yeah, if you're thinking about getting them, yeah, maybe cut your own high density polyethylene and throw away these plexiglass things, because they're like, my son's 13 years old and he's basically broken all of these things.